Hello, 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 hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? And it's that time of the night again. And guess what? We're back. It's your girl Aquila coming straight at you from Diva-Ville. My mind, my thoughts. Tonight's show is sponsored by no other than the Market Store. Run over to the Market Store. That's DEMAKASTORE.com and find out exactly what's going on. The Market Store for all your holiday shopping or your everyday shopping. Look us up and see what's going on. So tonight, with the show tonight, I wanted to do is dedicated to the men because I feel that our men don't get enough credit, and because they don't get enough credit. I think it was only fair just to come in and give them their props. Um, I have a guest tonight, and you guys seen him before. But in order for me to have this conversation, I felt that I needed to. Hey, Norman, I felt that I needed a man's point of view to have this conversation. So, without another doubt, today my show is called. Where is it? What's it called? Men have feelings also. So this show is about the men. Women, it's time that we stand up. It's time that we take responsibility. And it's time that we admit, what we already know. So let me bring in my guest. There he is. Let my guest introduce himself. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Frank Parker. Everybody know me. Hello. How's everybody? Happy holiday. Hope everybody's safe. Yeah.
So the reason why I brought you on the show is because it's about men. And I feel that men don't get enough credit. Now, as women, we bring you men into the world. Hey, Deidre, how are you? I missed you. We bring these men into the world. You know what I'm saying? We train them, we mold them, we get the men the way that we think that they should be. And then when they don't act right, then we want to blame them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes as women, we get so caught up in our own stuff that we forget about men. We forget that you guys have feelings also. Okay? But I want to just talk about that, to put it out there just to find out exactly what's going on. So let me start out by asking you this. Why do men feel they have to hide their emotions?
Uh, I'm only speaking for me. I can't speak for each and every man. You know, but men don't like to be in front of their friends or spouse or old lady, whatever, to show that they size some kind of weakness. Like we soft. We'd we always we can do hard things at all the other times, working, fixing tires, trying to be the man, you know. But when it comes to little small stuff like that, we can't just back down and say no. We got to bow down and change up because the image that we portray from the beginning.
Well,
We portray
do you
we
think that because of the image that you portray, that's why women feel that men have no feelings, no emotions?
exactly. I mean, we got feelings, deep feelings. Well, we don't show them because we're so afraid that later on that we might be picked on or we might be belittled about the way we was. Women have a tendency of knowing where she have a tendency of knowing where to hurt a man. Not just a woman, anything. It could be his family that hurt him or his job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things that can hurt a man, but we can't show it. We can't show it. We're not made like that. Women can show emotions and feelings on that. The way we come up, we're not totally made like that. I think it's all starting, way back before biblical days or whatever. Man, we always got to put on some kind of portrayal. Baby. We got to boast ourselves up to be strong.
Mm.
You know,
Well,
we got to boast
um,
ourselves. Mm-hmm.
before I go any further, you guys, I have the number on the screen for anybody want to call in. please call in and have this conversation with us. So, do you feel that it's okay for a man to cry? And you think that if a man cries, it makes him a weak person because he cries?
No, no. It just makes him stronger. You know what I'm saying? I have cried, and at one point I wouldn't cry in front of a woman. I used to turn my back, like, you know, and then she asked me, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm good." But she could tell I was crying. But I mean, to a man, he's got an image to protect. That's what we think,
But why?
because we don't want to see the we don't want no one, not even the kids, to see that we're not strong.
But
We supposed to be the uh
but if you are crying, crying doesn't mean that you're not strong.
yeah, but you ain't that, you know what I mean? I mean, if you get to catch a man crying, he hurt. He really hurt. You know what I'm saying? You barely see. I mean, men, we take on so much just like a woman does, and trust me, y'all take on a whole lot. But when we take it on, and we break down crying like we do, we are totally broke down and hurt. We are really. I mean, this run here took me out. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take the strength to pull me back together. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we so much holding on trying to be a man, because we don't like to cry. It's not. It's nowhere that says that we shouldn't cry. We don't like to cry because we don't want to show the weak part of ourselves when it
Okay,
comes to
but
being a man.
a man a crying is not a sign of being weak. I can respect a man
No,
that
no.
can show his emotions and he can cry. But see, this is the whole thing. So with men, you guys want to hold up this big persona, like like you gotta carry the weight on your shoulder. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, but you don't have to. And because this is the way that you guys are presenting yourself, we're gonna give you that respect. Okay, he wants to be the one on top. He don't want to cry. He don't want to show no emotion. And guess what? It is what it is. So a lot of times you guys put yourself in that predicament. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we put ourselves in that predicament because it doesn't always. It's well. Let me say it like this. It started when it just like when whoever you met or your husband or whatever, your stuff like that. He couldn't come to you in a soft kind of way. I mean, the average, let's say women, they're not gonna deal with a man that's not strong.
Hold on, hold
You
on. I
know.
got a caller. Hold on.
Hmm.
Hello.
I know it.
Send the voicemail. Press 2.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What you guys say about this caller?
What's the question again? I was listening, but what was the question again?
Does crying make a man weak or seem that he's weak?
Well, I mean, come on. Everybody cries. Of course, men cry, but you don't want to be a male or a man that's always crying. You never get respect. I mean, how does a man look every time you turn around? He's crying in front of somebody.
But I
Crying
mean,
in front of his wife, crying in front of his family, kids, and everything. Nobody wants to see a man that's crying. That's how society sees it.
but
Yes.
it depends on the reason that you're crying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Ann said that the crying is therapeutic.
Right? That's true.
It doesn't make you less of a man because you're crying.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
but
but
it can show some kind of sign of weakness.
you have to be
You know.
strong as a male. You
Yeah,
have to be strong. Nobody's going to give
yeah.
a pat on the back. They're not going to say, "Oh, you crying, you did a good job." It just doesn't work that way. You got to
Okay,
get up in the morning as
Right.
a man to be a strong person.
okay, but then too,
You can't
okay,
be walking around just crying all the time. It doesn't. You can't function in a society that way.
okay, but then okay, the name of the show is Men Have Feelings also. So if you want to continue to hide your feelings, how do you expect somebody to relate or understand if you're constantly hiding your feelings? If you're upset, if you hurt, let somebody know that you're upset, that you hurt. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep that persona of like you're not in pain, like you don't cry. It doesn't make you a weak person.
I think you have to, in this society, you have to put up a wall that says you're a male and you protect your family. You know, the people that know you the closest is gonna know how you feel. Those are the people that you open up to. So when you leave out that door and you go out into the real world, nobody's gonna treat you like a baby. They don't. In the real world, people are really hard, and you're gonna have to be a man. And you're gonna have to stand up for yourself and your family. But the people that are closest to you, of course, they're gonna know how you feel inside and if you cry, at night over certain things, So, I mean, you have to, as a male, you have to be strong.
What you think about that, Paul?
He is exactly right. I applaud a man. He is exactly right. You have to be strong. You got to straighten it, and we just don't be strong for us. We got to be strong for. We don't just be strong for us.
Norman said,
we be strong for the. Huh? What Norman say?
Norman said, "Hell, I cry."
Yeah, but it's not. But he stopped crying. He continued to cry.
But it doesn't take. I think my whole thing is this right here. All right, so if you're always being this strong macho type person, this is how I'm going to see you, and this is what I'm going to expect of you all the time. So now, when you're sad or you are upset, I don't know how to act or how to respond because you will always have that persona that you're so strong. So I feel that sometimes as men, I think that sometimes you need to let your guard down also so that people can get to know who you are and they can see exactly what's going on.
As a male in this society, you have to put your guard down around certain people. Like in my opinion, nobody wants to be around a man that's always crying and weak. No real woman wants to be around a man like that.
Right.
So,
yeah, no, you do not.
Put your guard down around certain people. I mean, like, what if you go out and you go in to dinner or something and you with a man and you don't know, you don't feel protected as a woman.
But
you don't know if something happened, this guy is going to run off and leave you or something.
But
I mean, I don't think you want to be around a person like that.
But okay. I understand exactly what you guys are saying, and you're talking about being protected. I get all that. But my thing is this right here is if you want us to say, okay, you know what? He's hurt, he's upset, and then to be able to process or understand what's going on. How are we supposed to process it and understand it if we never experience it? Understand what I'm saying? If every time I see you, you always, you the man, you macho, you this, you that.
But we're not always macho. It's around when you're around your family or you're around your wife and your kids, you don't have to be always macho and on your guard. So I mean, your family do see your weak points. Your family do see when you cry. Your kids, you don't want them to see you cry. Because I know if I see my father cry, I know when I grew up, the first time I seen my father cry, it was like, wow, my father's actually crying. It made me feel
right. Like, you never seen him cry.
Right.
Somebody got to be strong for everybody. Somebody got to be strong for everybody.
Let me. I have a couple of points. So caller, I'm gonna take you off because I got some more points I want to go through. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks, Jane. That was beautiful.
So, like, hurt. Do men hurt?
Yeah, men hurt. We hurt when I mean, just like women hurt. You know,
And
we don't show that we hurting. You know, I mean, when I got fired from the job, I was hurt, but I didn't show it because if I'd have came home and told her that I was hurt from getting fired, like I couldn't find another job, she won't trying to hear it. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
I have to have this comment. Ann said, not always crying, but sharing feelings, protection, and strength is different. You got a good point,
Well,
Ann.
if you, yeah, and you do have a good point, and love you, Ann. But uh, it's dependent upon a woman. Some women cry with their man. They come out there, they say what's wrong. You know, they share. They want to know what's wrong. You know what I mean? And some women don't. So the man, he bottles himself up in the inside because you know she doesn't open up to him the way some women do. I had women, I get to crying. You know, my wife, she get to crying with me. She don't even know what I'm crying for. She said, "What, you know, man, what you crying for? What's wrong?" You know. Then some women, they don't care why I'm crying. They're like, you know, I mean, they care, but you know, they figure, you know, I hit my finger or something, I hit my toe. You know, man, something like that. You
So
know,
let
so
me
it's
ask you this
dependent upon
right
the
here.
person.
When you hear a woman say to you, man up, how does that make you feel when the woman says that to you, man up?
That's exactly what it means, right there. What you just said, man up. Whatever it is, man up right now. I don't care what it is.
But how does
That
it make
means
you
get yourself
feel?
together. It make me feel like I need to get myself back on track. Get myself together. Don't worry about what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You know, get yourself back together. Come on, we got something we got to do. You
Well,
know, man up.
even though you have stuff that you have to do, I think man up is like, I don't know. Well, I'm not a man.
Yeah, sucker, that's what it
I'm
is.
not. I'm no no. I'm not a man, and it's not him being a sucker. But I'm saying like, okay, if something is
You a
bothering you and you
sucker.
hurt and you upset, I think
A woman tell you to
they
man
stop. I think that you deserve that time to process whatever is going on. I don't think nobody should
Yeah.
say to you, man up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, use a good woman because you know that the average woman. Oh, I can't say average, but some women, they tell me man up because we both can't cry about the situation that you're in. So yeah, you need to man up and move on. That's what they mean. You need to man up and
But
move on with
again, you need that time and that opportunity to process what's going
it.
on.
Right. Yeah, you do
Um,
need the time to process. Yeah, you do. You know, but some women don't feel like that. You know, the process is over. You know, man, without, you know.
so
Yeah, you're right.
let me
You do
ask
need process.
let me ask you this question: do you think that men can be victims of abuse?
Yes,
Because
yes, they can. I was one of
as
them.
as a
Hmm.
man, if a man says that he was abused physically, mentally, sexually, people be like, "Oh no, you was a man. No, nobody could do that to you." But do you feel that as a man that it does happen?
Yes, it does happen. Some men just let it go. You know, they feel like I'm a man, so ain't no need to telling what's going on with my life because I'm supposed to be a man. But I'm here to tell you, as a man, yeah, I'm a tell on her. You know what I'm saying? She physically, mentally, and sexually abused me. She sure did. You know what I'm saying? She just did it in she did it the way, you know what I mean? She did it in a nasty way, a nice way, and a happy way. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, I still was abused. I still
So
was abused.
everybody talks about women being abused, men putting their hand and stuff on women. How do you feel about women putting their hand on men?
Uh uh well, the same way they feel like, they're being abused, I feel the same way about women putting their hands on it. I've seen a few of my partners get beat down by their woman. I mean, beat down, and I was like, ho, wait a minute. Yeah, I actually seen that. And I was like, wait a
Wow.
minute, what did he do? I said to myself, what did he do? What did he do? You know? And she was like, whatever he did, he better not do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, I feel, yeah, men get abused all the time. Especially, and that's where we go back to the sign of crying and all that stuff like that. Because some women take advantage of the weakness of a man. Quick, quick.
Hold up, Paul. I have to go back to one of my guests.
All
So
right.
Debbie said,
Okay.
crying is not a sign of weakness. Aquila, I'm so glad you were talking about this. I was talking to someone about this couple of months ago. There's a season of Queen Sugar, that's my show. Hollywood opened a bar for men to talk about their feelings. I think I think a man opening up to them, they would have to. It would. Wait, let me put my glasses on. I'm all messed up there. Let me see. Um, da. I think a man open up, then they will have high blood pressure. You have to open up. You have to talk. You have to let people know what's going on. And when that's why when all this different stuff is happening to men, I don't know. I think that as men, it's been embedded in your mind that you have to always be strong. You can't show weaknesses. You can't complain. You can't hurt. You can't do a lot of things. And I think because of that, you guys feel that when you do these things, it's a sign of weakness. But it's not. You have to open up. You have to express yourself. That's one thing that I like about Diva-Villege. You gotta turn that stuff down in the background, Paul. Turn that noise. I gotta talk over your stuff in the
Oh,
background.
turn it down, sweetie. I'm sorry. You should have been. I'm sorry. That's just a TV. Uh, uh,
So
it, just
it's,
it's just it's
it's embedded in you that you have to be a certain way. But sometimes you can just let your guard down. You don't have to be. So do you feel that if a man was to go to the precinct or go to his friends and say that he was abused, they would laugh at him or look at him in a funny way?
no. I mean, they would take it especially these days. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't. Especially these days. These days, back in the day, they laugh at him. You know what I'm saying? Say, come on, man, come on. You're a man. You're supposed to be a man. They looking for a man to handle whatever situation that he's in, and that's the reason why men don't break down and cry, because you know what I'm saying. She's saying that crying doesn't show a sign of weakness. No, it does not, but it opens up
No.
the doors, depending who the person is, depending who it is, and who you crying in front of. You see what I'm saying? I cried in front of my mama. She said, "Hold it, cut it out right now, cut it out. I don't want to hear
But
that." You know what I'm saying?
But see, it goes back to what I'm saying, that it's been bred in men that you are not supposed to cry, that you're supposed to, just be strong. But sometimes
Mhm.
you gotta let it down sometimes. Um,
Yeah. What? Yeah.
this right here, I'm just trying to go on through my things. Now, this right here, I know that this is going to touch some people and it's going to make some people mad, but I don't care. My mind, my thoughts. So I think you and I spoke about this before. Like when there are kids involved, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
break up with your significant other. I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why women feel that some women, let me just correct myself. Some women
Mm-hmm.
feel that it's okay to take the kids away from their father because they feel for some reason that it doesn't affect the father to take the kids away from them. Do you feel
Mm-hmm.
that it's wrong and that it does affect the father to have their kids removed from them?
Some that it does affect, and some of it doesn't. By you taking the kid ain't gonna stop him from doing what he needs to do. He gonna do that whatever he's been doing regardless. So you actually you're making it hard on yourself by taking kids. If you think you hurting a man, I know plenty of men. They kind of glad that the kids left, especially half these kids. These kids are bad as hell. You want to take them, take them. Hell, I help you pack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna hurt me, but I'll be hurt when you're gone. But to some men that really, he put the time in with his children, just like women do. Yeah, they gonna be hurt because they feel like you want to take all the credit of raising the child.
Yeah.
And so you want to raise the child so you can boast about what you done, Your daddy didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? This and that. That's what it all about. Who can get the credibility of raising the child? You know, and the
But
child, like, you know, the child don't be looking for who got the most credit. He just be looking, I want a mom and dad.
see, so as a man, when a woman says you can't see your child, as a man, how does it make you feel? I mean,
Uh,
what
if,
what
if,
what goes through your
if,
mind and stuff?
it makes me feel like, you know, I mean, she's trying to get control of something that we made together. You know, she wants full control, and unless she gets what she likes out the deal, it's like playing cards or something. And unless it goes her way, then you can't see the child. And that's what bottles the whole type of relationship. I don't think no one should stop having the child from seeing no one, regardless of what they're going through. You know, but when she does that, it's just like what I said. She's trying to take the credit, and that's the only way she can handle me. To be honest, that's the only way she could hurt me. She ain't got no other kind of way. She can't. She
That's the
can't.
only
She ain't gonna
way.
mess with my bank account. She can't hurt that. She can't hurt. She can tear the car up. You know, I don't care about that. What else? What else can she do? What else can a woman do to hurt me other
Take
than
it, take it
shoot
serious.
me or kill me or something like that?
But
You
but but
know.
the funny part about that is some people. Well, I don't know. I'll say some people don't realize the mental effect that it has on a man when you say you can't see your kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know some people when you say you can't see your kid, they go crazy. I mean, the man come back and get the kid, kill the woman, kill himself too. But then you ain't gonna see the kid either. So
That's a man that actually raised his kids the most. And the mama, you know, he stood by and let her have a career and let her do what she needed to do as far as going out there in the world or being in the, you know, she had something, a challenge to approve, and she won't dealing with the kids 24/7. He was there with the kids 24/7. All of a sudden now you want to take them.
hold
Oh,
on,
here we go. Here
hello,
we go.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
hello.
Hey, Aquila, how are you?
I'm finding yourself.
Amazing. I had to call in and give my little bit of opinion to your discussion for this evening. I applaud you.
Could you tell everybody who you are?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Deidre. Hello, everyone.
What up, Dick?
Hello, Deidre.
Hey, hello. I applaud you for this topic this evening. I'm giving you hands down. I am applauding you. I wish that we as Black women
Yes,
would not tear our Black men down.
yes,
I think this is why there are men that won't show their emotions, that won't cry, because we tear them down. And this is one reason why our race goes to another race.
yes.
Yes, men don't do everything that they're supposed to do.
And neither
but
do
if
we.
as women, right, if we as women would lift them up, then I think they would do a better job at doing what they're doing, and then they will open up a little bit more to us. To your guest, to me, it is not a sign of weakness if you cry. To me, it's a sign of weakness if you don't cry. Yes, you have to be strong, and you have to be the macho man, and yes, you have to put on your big men pants and walk around, and yes, I'm strong, I'm tough, I can do this, and go change your tire and everything like that. But you also have to show that softer side to let a woman know, hey, I have a softer side just like you.
Yes,
and
Deidre.
I care just like you.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can be that man to take care of everything, but you also have that side of where you need that nourishing, you need that connection so that you can open up. Because if you don't open up and you carry all of that within you, you're going to release it out in other ways that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So, open up, men. Open up to us. And we as women, we have to communicating. We have to stop tearing our men down.
Yeah.
If we want a good man and we want a man to stay a good man, then we have to be there for them 100%, like all the other races are.
Yeah. But I'm glad you said that. But not only that, Deirdre, you got to stop comparing one man to the other.
Exactly. Because this man didn't do for you what that man did. That's okay. Sit down, talk about it, and say, hey, let's work on this. Yes, he was ABCDEFG, but I need you to be XYZ, and I'm going to help you be XYZ.
Exactly.
To get there, and we're going to get there together.
Exactly.
There are going to be mistakes. You're going to cry. You're going to. There's no perfect person in this world.
No.
So everybody's going to make a mistake. But when you make that mistake, you can't stand there and tear them down, just like children. You cannot tear a child down when the child makes a mistake. You have to nourish them and help them grow, build their confidence. And we have to build our men confidence so that they can go out there and do what they have to do. Okay, you lost your job. What can I do to help you to get to that next level?
Exactly.
So that we can get where we need to be. Okay, baby, you lost your job, but right now I'm taking care of things until we get to that point of where we were.
Yes, Deidre. Yes. So preach that.
That's what we have to do.
That's right. Well said.
No, honey. I appreciate you coming in to say that, because you're right. A lot of times the men get torn down. The minute you make one mistake, it comes up. It's like you can do a million things correct, but that one thing you do wrong, that's the thing right there. Nobody never forgives about. Never forgives about. Thank you, Deidre, for coming in with that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes, Lord.
Bye-bye. So Dolores says women have to let men be the man and not treat them like a child. What you say about that, Paul?
She's absolutely right. Because I mean, you didn't get with a man to be with no child. You want a man to be a man, and you want him to continue to be a man. But you're uplifting to help a man. That's what helps him. That's what pulls him together. You got to get to know who your man is, and he ain't got to be your man. He ain't got to be your man. He can be a friend.
Yeah.
He can be a friend as a male.
Yeah.
But you got to get to know him, you know, and just like the young lady just went off, you know, don't be so quick to tear the next man down.
Yes.
You know, a lot of us don't know another man's situation. We know that what men are capable of, you know. You know, we know what they're capable of, just like we know what women are capable of. But if we uplift each other as one, you know what I mean? Especially when he going something. There's nothing wrong with you calling him or your friend or your man and ask him, you know, how you been doing, or is everything okay, or you know what I'm saying? You're doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
I mean, babe, I'm so proud of you. You know, I mean, come here. I got to hug you today. All the bills paid. You know, we got food in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? I got shoes on my feet. I mean, I just love you for who you are, regardless of what. And then maybe he will start crying and show some emotion to you. But at the time, you know what I mean? It's you know, you got to really be there for. We got to be there for each other.
Well, this is true.
We really do.
This is definitely true. But I think that Deirdre hit the nail on the head when she said it's all about women. It's not everybody, but you are so busy tearing him down that while you're tearing him down, you don't see that he's breaking apart, little piece by piece by piece. He's breaking apart. You know what I'm saying? And some men, like we said at the beginning, some men, they can't show their emotion. And when they do get to that point where they're showing their emotion, now it's bad. Because, you know, they've been abused, put down so much that now they just come here and they're just acting like somebody crazy all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? it's just the opposite. If I'm expecting so much out of you as a woman, and
Yeah,
I mean, you're doing all you can as a woman and stuff like that, and you won't break down in front of me because this is something that you got to uphold. You got to get these things done. I'm strong. This that. But when you finally do break down, you know, it's like it's average for a man to say, "Babe, what's wrong?" You know,
yeah.
it works the same. It works the same way with us. You know, there's nothing wrong with saying, "Babe, what's wrong? What's wrong, babe? Come on now, come on now, come on now, come on. Talk to me. You got to
But
pull it out of
again,
them."
but again, it goes back to because the men feel that they have to put up this wall, this great big
Yeah,
persona. So
yeah,
now
yeah, yeah,
something is going on
yeah,
with you, and
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
we miss those
yeah,
telltale signs
yeah,
because you're still walking
yeah,
around trying to be
yeah,
strong. So this is why I'm
yeah,
saying sometimes you have to
yeah,
let it down. Sometimes you
yeah,
have to cry. Not saying that it makes you a weak
yeah,
person,
yeah.
but in
Right,
order for us to be able to see these telltale
right.
signs, you got to let us in. You got to open the door and let us in so we can see what's going on. I have
I
one
mean,
more thing. Go ahead.
right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, like I said, if you can get someone you can confide in like that, where you can actually open up to her, that's all right. But everybody's not like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Some women, they like you said, the word man up. You know, I need some help manning up. I mean, I need somebody to help me. How am I supposed to man up after? It's not like somebody died or something. It could be something simple. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? You know, some women talk to men like, your cousin died, man up. You know, how am I supposed to man up from that? You know, there's a time to man up, and this isn't the time. This time I need you, but we just ain't gonna show it. It's
Yeah.
so different. I don't understand.
But no, but it is.
Yeah.
I got one more thing I want to put in here that I'm going to bring this to the. I'm going to just tie these two things together. So
Okay.
it's one thing that I hate to hear because I don't take anything away from a man because I feel that all kids need a man in their life. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Regardless
That's
if
right,
the
honey.
mother and father is together or not, I feel that all men, I mean all kids need a man in their life. So we
That's
all
right.
know like the beginning of the kid, okay, when that kid comes out, well, the mother's gonna carry that kid for 9 months, right? When that kid
Right.
comes out, that mother is the first one to start to instill stuff into that child's head. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
yeah.
it's up to us to get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end,
Uh-huh.
it comes back and everybody's looking at you. So
Right.
a thing that bothers me is when Father's Day come and women say, "Oh, I'm the mother and the father." It bothers me
Uh-huh.
because you're just the mother. You're not doing
Uh-huh.
anything special. And women, I'm not coming down on you. I'm just keeping it real.
Uh-huh.
My thought. I'm just keeping it
Uh-huh.
real. You ain't doing nothing
Uh-huh.
special. You doing what you're supposed
Uh-huh.
to be doing. You're taking care
Uh-huh.
of your child. You're taking care of
Uh-huh.
your responsibility. Now, that
Uh-huh.
man is not there. Why is he not there? You know what I'm saying? Because the child is not going to ask you why is he not there? Why? Because I feel that women make the mistake that they want to, like Deirdre said, tear down the man. So they talk bad about the man to the kids. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? So now
Uh-huh.
this is all that the kid knows. It's like my mother does this, my father does that. I mean, my mother's doing everything, but what about my
Uh-huh.
father? Where's my father? Why is my father not doing this right here? Um,
Uh-huh.
Norman said that men don't do that on Mom's Day, but
Uh-huh.
the thing is this right here. I want women to stop saying on Father's Day, Happy Father's Day to me, because there are
Uh-huh.
so many different reasons why that father is not there in the house. The father could be dead.
Uh-huh.
You guys are
Uh-huh.
having problems. You don't push them
Uh-huh.
out. You know what I'm saying? Stop tearing this
Uh-huh.
man down. And sometimes I feel that if women take their own emotions out and concentrate and focus on somebody beside themselves, I think they would see something different too. What you think?
Uh-huh. It's definitely right, cuz I'm so glad that you brought that up. You know what I'm saying? because men around that particular time, that's when they really, really go through a heartache type of uh, difficulty when it comes, because even though he might not be able to do what he needs to do as a father, guess what? At the end of the day, he's still their father.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give you the right, whether he bring whatever he brings to the table, to bring him down, because the child can come up the same way. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's just some women. I mean, there's some men. They got. I mean, they deserve to be called that. Don't get me wrong, but it's not your job to belittle him in front of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, yeah, I know it's hard, and I know some fathers, they just don't straight up don't care. You know, straight up. But he got to bite that bullet.
Yeah.
If you put him down, guess what? The kid's gonna put him down too. He'll never get a chance.
Yeah.
He'll never get a chance. He'll never get a chance to be in his children's life. You know, he'll never come up to be a man, right?
I'm gonna bring this to an end because I've already gone over my time, but I just felt that this is something that just needed to be said and something that needed to be heard. So I'm ending this out. But is there anything that you want to say before I end this?
And I'm gonna call you my cousin, but you like my sister. Let me tell you something. Tonight was a very special night, just like every other night. For you to talk about and bring it out as a subject, as far as putting it on the table, that's exactly what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to pull together. We don't pull together, we ain't gonna make it. We already sinking. We've been sinking for over what 500-600 years. Stop. Just let's make a different thing and just pull each other together. Kula, I want to thank you for having me on your show. You can call me anytime. I can do this every week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your show is one of those. I'm so glad that you pulled this together. Let's keep in touch, everyone. Let's pull together as one. Love him, he'll love you, and respect one another. And for one thing, definitely do it for the kids. Do it for the grandkids or whatever. You'll see a change. God will bless you. He is, because he's looking at all of us. Okay. Thank you, cuz. Thank you, cuz. Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So that's it for tonight. I know it went a little long, but it was just something that I just felt that just needed to be said. And hey, just get it out there. So it's the end of the show. So, like I always like to say, it's a couple of things that I want you guys to do. One is go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave comments, good, bad, or indifference. Leave comments. Good night, Dolores. Um, we have a new store, DeMarca Store, DeMakastore.com. Go to the store, check it out. It's really, really nice things in there. Good night, Norman. You guys go in there and make your orders, look around, browse around, let me know what you think. And other than that, I just need you guys to tune in every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. just to find out what's going on in my head. Thank you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you. Good night.